Check, check, check. Can you hear this? Is this on? Somebody tell me if I'm coming through. Can you hear it now? Can you hear it now? Can you hear it now? Check, check, check. Did you see what happened? I want to verify that I can be heard before I spend any more time doing this today. Trying to get all this technology figured out. It's sort of distracting me from looking at the charts. Let's see. I know that my microphone is working because I can see the bars going across. Hello, hello, hello. Check, check, check. All right, good. Can you hear the music? Can you hear the music? Okay, good. What about the music? No music. I've got it playing. I wonder why it can't be heard. Let me turn it up a little. Let's see. Should be able to hear that. We'll deal with the music later. If you can't hear that, I've got the music on. And it shows that it's playing on my desktop audio. Let me take a listen. Oh, it's just real low. There. Check, check, check. Let's see. I've got it playing. I've turned it up a bit. As far as the markets go, we had that initial candle. There was a reversal at the pivot point that went to the VWAP. And price right now, it's sort of just sticking around here. I expect it to potentially rotate and take out the buy side liquidity of this opening candle. We did have a pre-market high at 732.50, so I'm going to mark that out. 732.50. That's an overnight high, we call it. So what I have on my chart, I've got some pivot points, an overnight high, prior session high. Where's my overnight low? Overnight low, it took the overnight low on the first candle. That would have been a good trade, but I was distracted from taking it due to technology, but that's okay. The beautiful thing is these trades happen every day, so we will get there. Now the question is what's price doing? And the answer that I see is it's just sort of hanging around and chopping for now. What's the VIX today? The VIX is up slightly from yesterday at about a little over 16. So it's not crazy. Today's red folder news event was sort of a non-event. I'm going to check something out. Don't know why it won't let me look at my live stream on my phone. My phone's been giving me a lot of problems lately with my content creation, and that's okay. All right, prepare for a potential move lower to this this support area / pivot point. Where does this support area come from? From a while ago when price finally broke above these highs, and you see the past few days, it's sort of acted like a support level. So I'm thinking we might get a push down to this next pivot point at 492. Let's see what happens. Let's look at the 15-minute and see the context. All right, here's another good possibility on the 15-minute. I didn't realize this. Hey, all right. This is good. Hey. Hey, hey, hey. Who's in the house? Dr. Newman's in the house. Dr. Newman, can you hear me? Doctor, can't you hear my music? Whoa, doctor. think we have a chance for price to rotate higher based on the close of this 15-minute candle. Do you see what we did? We dumped and tested the 200 EMA. Now the question is, do we get a continuation lower to some more key levels, or does price rotate higher? It's a waiting game. Let me see if I can get the doctor on the phone.
Hello?
Hey doctor, can you hear my music?
I think the problem, we talked about this last night, you gotta download the Spotify app probably.
I did, it's on the app. I'm on the app, and I've got it playing right now. And I can hear it on my desktop audio. Do I need to maybe turn it up a little? It's up all the way. See if you can hear it. Okay, good. Is it too loud or do I need to turn it?
Yes, I've cut it about half.
Okay, good. Awesome. All right, did you see that dump from that to the 200 EMA? That was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah. All right, hold on a second. Hold on.
Are you at work?
Uh,
Okay, I don't want to get you in trouble, doctor.
you won't.
All right, guys, it looks like we're going to get a bullish close potentially on this 15-minute candle. If that's the case, watch for a...
It sounds good, bye.
All right, bye. If that's the case, if we get a bullish close on this 15-minute candle, just in time for the 10 o'clock reversal, look for a move all the way to the top of this bear candle. It's easy to want to get in early on something like this, but you can't. You gotta wait. Let's see. But in case it starts really shooting up, I'm going to go ahead and place an order about 25,660 and try to get about 50 points on the move. Let's see. All right, let's see what happens. I'm looking for a reversal at 10 o'clock to take out the buy side liquidity of the initial bear dump candle as a possibility. Let me move it over here so you can see. Now, it may keep chopping around in this little range. This could turn out to be a big bear flag. We just have to wait and see. And it looks like with 4 minutes left until the close, it may be turning into a bear flag. If that be the case, I'm going to place an order to go short about right here, with the goal of it reaching this next pivot point lower. So depending on which way it decides to move, let's see if we can take advantage of something the market gives us. Can't force anything. All right, my stop to get in is about 549. I would be targeting 493. All right, looks like we're going to get a move lower. Let me go ahead and get prepared. Might be a fake out though. It could take my liquidity and move higher. If that's the case, I'll have to reverse to long quickly. Got 2 minutes, I'm in. Yeah, I think it's gonna take my liquidity and move up higher, but we'll see. A lot of people had the same idea that I did. They didn't want to wait until this candle closed, and now we're all going to pay the price. But that's okay, these are eval accounts. If I get stopped out, then I'll go long for a move for a move higher. 10 o'clock you get a lot of reversals, so we're either going to get a reversal up or this thing's going to really flush. Let's see, let me take a look at my 492. Whoops. Let's place it down here. We might get the flush. Let's see. 50 seconds to go. What are they going to do? To not be greedy, I'm going to put my buy to cover order at like 502 if it starts flushing. If not, I'm going to go long above, let's see, above this EMA for a test of the buy side liquidity. Let's see what happens. 28 seconds. Do we get a dump or a pump? Or do we get more chop? 10 o'clock reversals are very common. So I'm prepared for a reversal if it does reverse up. It could also keep going down. Let's see. Do the bears want to take it lower or do the bulls want to rotate it higher? Or do they want to chop it and make this a little range? Might be a little chop. Which happens. If I get stopped out, I'll be in what I call wait and reassess mode. And it looks like I'm going to get stopped out. You never know till you are, but it's not off to a promising start, that's for sure. Let's see if we can get some continuation down to that psych level. Probably not. Looks to me like we've got a lot of overlap, and this might just be a big ugly range. You know, we'll have to wait and see what price really wants to do after it's done chopping. I could be pleasantly surprised. That would be nice. It happens from time to time. But I'm not assuming anything or expecting anything. I'm just looking at how price is moving and looking at logical places it could test if it were to say have a continuation. In this case, it's not looking like it wants to continue. It looks like it wants to stop out the shorts and possibly have a reversal higher. But let's give it a chance to work. Let's check out the 15-minute candle and see if we have any more context. If it gets below here, we might have a dump. But if buyers step in, we might have a pump. I think I'm going to close out and prepare to go long. It's not looking very bearish. I'll take my loss there and place an order. Did I jump the gun? I think it wants to go higher now. It's not looking very bearish. You know, there's a saying that when things are unclear, you're in a range. So I'm going to assume we're in a range right now. However, in case we make a quick move to the downside, whoa, let's do this. In case we make a quick move to the downside, I'm going to place an order to get short about there with the target of the psych level. But that'll mean that the market will have to get out of this little chop range. It's also entirely possible that you can think of this as a little bearish channel. It might be one of those days where it's a little tiny chop channel, which are not my kind of trading days. If that be the case, this is going to be a short stream today. Let's see where we are on the 15-minute. This is tricky price action. If I had to guess, I'd say that, I don't know. Here's what I'm gonna do. I don't want to get in early on this long. I do not like this price action. What I'm going to do is leave my order for a short to the psych level, and then based on the 15-minute chart, I'm going to place a buy above this bear candle, because if it goes above this bear candle, look how much room it has. Okay, it looks like it wants to do it. The high is 609. Let me go ahead and get positioned. The 609. Okay, so we're going to place a buy stop at about 609 and see if we can get a bullish rotation higher to this buy side liquidity. I'm going to look at my 5-minute chart to make sure there are no magnets. Well, look at this. We might have an easier time getting to that 21 EMA. I'm going to place a buy at 601 and expect it to get to the EMA. Or am I? Man, this is tough action. Why don't we try a little scalp here? If it gets above 604, I think it goes to 619. Let's see. 604, so I'm looking for a move from 604 to 619 based on the 5-minute chart. Then if it keeps going after it hits that first level on the 5-minute, then I'll re-enter for a move up higher to the top of this candle. But when you have what I call key levels in layers, you don't want to be greedy and try to target this one if it has this one and this one to get through first. Hey, we might get a dump lower. I better re-enter my sell order in case we get a flush. It's just ugly. Here. All right, let's see what the market wants to do here. When you see price action like this, look at this, guys. Look at this overlap. Oh man, that's ugly. All these bodies are overlapping. Look at all these wicks. Look at all this indecision. Be very, very, very careful in these conditions. Very careful. These are not the kinds of conditions I like to trade in, but I'll do it for the stream. think if it goes higher, we get a, you know what? I'm gonna place an order at about 633 for a move higher. That's what I'm gonna do. Well, let's see what happens. Looks like we want to get that rotation now. Here, I'm putting my order up here. And then if it gets up there and it keeps going, I'm gonna layer in some orders. I'm gonna press it. Where's this? So this would be a wick test. If it moved up, it could encounter some resistance at the bottom of that bullish candle, which is about 687. So 593, 615. Let's see if we can get a move to the EMA first, or if it's gonna keep dumping. I just should leave this here for now. Remember the other day when I talked about how in this neighborhood there's always some sort of power equipment going on? There's never peace and quiet and solitude. It doesn't matter. I think it's 32 degrees today. Just a nasty day. I wouldn't want to be outside blowing leaves, but somebody is. Maybe that's somebody the neighborhood hired to do it. That's my hope. More and more, this is looking like a big range. Let's check the volume by price on the 5 minute. But looks to me like the bearish candles in the range have a little more substance to the bodies, so I'd have to say that there's more selling pressure. So let's prepare for a short. Just as I say that, buyers step in. It's days like today where if I didn't have this stream going on, by now I would be really sleepy from looking at this pathetic price action, this chop city. And I'd probably go take a nap. It's a good day for a nap, but I'm not gonna do that today. At least not for another hour or so. All right, check out the non-trending overlapping bodies. Check out the wicks. Can you see it? This is the 5 minute chart on my NinjaTrader. Right here, I only really have one indicator. It's a 21 EMA. And I have a few key levels marked up. Pivot points, I think well, I don't know what to think. Every time I think it's going to break lower, you know, Al Brooks says that when you have this kind of indecision, you're in a range. So, I'm pretty sure we're in a range. But the good thing about ranges is, when you're in a range, you're in what they call breakout mode. So that means that all of this buying and selling will be resolved, all this agreement of value will at some point be resolved, and price will make a big move to the next area of perceived value. That's all a range is an area of perceived value. If price gets above this candle, I can see it testing the EMA, which is about 615. I would put my stop about 70. Let's see. All right, let's prepare for a quick scalp. Looks like we're going to get triggered long for that little scalp to the EMA idea. But what you have to consider also is that 617 is about right here. Well, that's sort of at the top of the range, so that's actually pretty good. It would make sense. If you want to look at all of this chop as a range starting after the dump, let's see. Who's going to take control? Who's going to step up and drive this market? Or are we just going to have an indecision day? Guys, if I get stopped out on this short, I'm going to have to take a break because I don't need to just destroy my accounts for the heck of it. I think a better idea for me might actually be, if we do get a break to the downside, since we're in a higher time frame bias, is to wait and see if price doesn't reverse. I just don't feel good shorting below a range. I don't think it makes a lot of sense. Could I miss a trade? Sure, but you know, you don't want to sell below a range. You want to be buying in that area. Let's see if we can run these stops a little bit and get up to 17. Let's see what happens. Try to get a better price. All right, let's see if we can get a push to the EMA on the 5 minute, which is about 17. I'll put my stop loss below the body of this bull candle if it tags me in. All right, let's see. Let's put our take profit up here. All right, I'm gonna honor my stop. And then again, look, it might just stop me out. But at least I've limited my loss on this trade if the bulls can't step up and rotate it. Come on, bulls, push it. Let's take some liquidity. Push it. Let's go. Here we go. Let's get a move up to that EMA. All right. Looking nice. Keep it going. Let's check out the 5 minute. I want to actually target 612. 612. If it gets up there, it might not. It might still stop me up. It looked good for a second. Come on, bulls. Let's pop it. Not looking good. Looking like it's a chop suey type of day. If I get stopped on this, I think it's done for the day, man. Not good price action. Yeah. All right, guys. Price action is sucking today. I'm going to take a break. There's no need to get whipsawed in this kind of price action. You can if you want to, but when I see stuff like this, I know from experience that I probably should just stay out. So, Until next time, I hope everyone has a great day. And I fully expect price to now go higher, that I got stopped out, but that's just the way it goes. Until next time,